Thanks for joining us. I'm Tamika Alexander. We begin tonight with a state Senate decision which has Republicans taking different sides on education standards. In tonight's top story, WVUA's Travis Leader has this report from the state capitol.
It's a fixture in 90% of U.S. states, but Common Core standards are opposed by some Republicans, even though it was signed in by former Alabama Governor Bob Riley.
I have never been in favor of Common Core, and the reason I'm not is it's common. I think that we need to have higher standards than Common Core curriculum.
And Bentley has remained opposed to Common Core throughout his first term in office. The state educational collaboration is meant to have a similar education standard throughout the country from K through 12 in an effort to obtain an American educational standard. State Superintendent Tommy Bice says he's glad Common Core wasn't eliminated, but he says he's willing to sit at the table and hear more ideas.
Regardless of what happened today, we need to continue that conversation so that we're working together on this and not in opposition with one another.
Although Common Core standards are not law, the federal government helps fund states that adhere to those programs, something Governor Bentley is against no matter what Washington may be subsidizing.
The fact that the federal government often ties their funding to any Common Core or to any standard. I don't think the money that we get should be tied like that.
Now, Republican Bill Holtzclaw of Madison offered a bill that would have maintained Common Core standards in Alabama schools. But Senate Education Committee Chairman Dick Brubaker says that bill would have just maintained the status quo. Reporting in Montgomery, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
Then Governor Bob Riley approved the Common Core adoption 2 months before leaving office. The repeal would have been enacted before Alabama would have fully implemented the standards, which is set for next school year. Let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. Hey, Richard, windy day out there today and rather chilly.
Yeah, kind of chilly today, Tamika. By the way, good Wednesday night, too. Have temperatures in the 40s now. 47 in Tuscaloosa, 43 in downtown Birmingham. You think it's cold around here? Look just north of us, Nashville, Tennessee at 33. In Charlotte, reporting those upper 30s at this hour. It gets colder tonight. We've got that clear sky. Some snow happening around Nashville earlier today, but around here we'll stay dry. No snow to talk about. In fact, the bus stop forecast early tomorrow morning talking 30 degrees, a bundle up if you're heading out about early tomorrow morning to school or work. We're talking temperatures again in the low 30s. Plenty of sun, though. It warms up quickly tomorrow afternoon. We'll tell you just how warm it's going to get. Plus, we'll look at that weekend forecast. Weather is coming up.
The number of black lung cases are on the rise. Not only do coal miners face health dangers, but they put their lives on the line each day. WVUA's Molly Mitchell went to Hueytown to learn how one family deals with the stresses of being supported by a coal miner.
You know, I tend to worry, and I'll flip the news on to see if there is a cave-in.
You have to deal with gas and dust and darkness, and that could take a lot out of a person.
You know, I just have to have faith and hope that he comes back and, you know, comes home the next morning.
Because of the risk involved in Chris's job, him and Bonnie have begun a tradition, and it happens here every single day before he leaves for his shift.
It says prayers with all the kids and gives them their hug, and then I'm last. He hugs me last. He won't hug me first. He won't hug me in the middle. I have to be the last one, and it takes him a little while to get to work, and then when he gets to work, he has to call me before he goes down under.
Once Chris enters the mine, he considers the men working beside him to be more than just co-workers.
There's a lot of good guys that work there. It's like my second family because I spend more time with these guys than I do at home. So you're 2,250 feet underground, and you're in total darkness, you know, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and you have to rely on each other.
If I don't respect him, we do get in trouble.
Garrett is one of 6 children in the Vance household. And while the life of a coal miner is high risk, the rewards he is able to give his family make all the difference.
It really has made a comfortable lifestyle. I mean, we like to give a good bit. We're generous with it. We like to buy Christmas presents for children who don't get Christmas and things like that.
Despite the risks involved, Chris says he wouldn't have any other career.
I'd ever want to work above ground again.
Reporting in Hueytown, Molly Mitchell, WVUA News.
To aid in reducing the risk of black lung, one national organization is visiting coal mines and providing free screenings 2 minors. Now to news from around Alabama. Nearly 50 firefighters were called in to battle a huge fire at a vacant factory in eastern Alabama. Authorities say it caught fire Tuesday night in Opelika, about 60 miles east of Montgomery. One witness reported hearing an explosion. The West Point Stevens Pepperell Mill has been closed since 2008 and was slated for demolition in 2011. So far, no injuries have been reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And in East Alabama, police say a Gadsden man is charged with capital murder in the death of his toddler. The suspect is 35-year-old Stephon Lindsay. Officers believe that Lindsay killed his 20-month-old daughter, Malia Tashay Lindsay. Officers found her body at the end of a dead-end road after Lindsay's arrest Tuesday. After 5 ballots, the conclave of cardinals at the Vatican have chosen a new pope. For the first time, he's from Latin America. WVUA's Daniel Sparkman joins us now with more on the election of the new pontiff. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Tamika. Now, it's been 13 days since Pope Benedict XVI stepped down, and on the final vote of the second day of the papal conclave, a new pope was elected. Catholics around the world, especially in Latin America, are celebrating the selection of the new pope.
For me, it's a big surprise, so emotional.
Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio of Argentina is now Pope Francis, the first pope from outside Europe in modern history.
The duty of the conclave was to appoint a bishop of Rome, and it seems to me that my brothers cardinals have chosen one who is from far away, but here I am.
Massive crowds gathered in St. Peter's Square to see history made.
For the Latins, this is such a moment. Look, 46% of the church is in Latin America.
I am very happy because he's my, I will say, my own language. He speaks Spanish.
The new spiritual leader of 1.2 billion Catholics worldwide is described as down to earth.
He's a very humble person. Everybody in Argentina knows that. He doesn't use car. He used the metro, the subway. He doesn't like to be called himself Monsignor, Your Excellency, His Eminence.
115 Catholic cardinals from around the world formed the secretive conclave electing the successor to Benedict XVI. After the 5th ballot, white smoke billowed from the chimney on the Sistine Chapel, signifying to all the world a new pope has been chosen. Pope Francis will visit his predecessor Benedict XVI on Thursday at the papal retreat in Castel Gandolfo. The Vatican will hold an installation mass for Pope Francis next Tuesday at 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Tamika.
Thanks, Daniel. Tuscaloosa County is saying goodbye to Sheriff Ted Sexton as he gets ready to start his new job in Los Angeles County. People came to the Sheriff's Department hangar this afternoon to say goodbye to the sheriff. Sexton will be the new head of Homeland Security for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. Sexton starts his new job Monday. Co-workers and community members are wishing him well on this next step.
The sheriff has been instrumental in my development as a police officer and as the chief of police. And I just wanted to come out, show my support for he and his family, and wish him well on his new job out in L.A. County.
Sheriff Sexton has been here, served the county well, so I just hope he has great success out in L.A. and everything turns out real well for him.
The governor's office says there's no timeline for naming a replacement for Sexton. That person will serve the remainder of his term, which will be up for re-election in November of 2014. Well, West Alabama is mourning the loss of a local civil rights icon. L.V. Hall passed away Monday. Hall participated in marches across West Alabama, and he was active in his church, First African Baptist, which was a meeting place during the civil rights movement. He also worked closely with the Benjamin Barnes YMCA. Fannie Gray works at First African Baptist and was also a friend of L.V. Hall.
So he's very compassionate, he's very opinionated, he's a man that stands on his word, and you know, it's hard to back him down. When he says something, he sticks with it.
Former Tuscaloosa Police Chief Ken Swindle is expected to be a speaker at a memorial service for Hall. On your Home Team Crime Watch tonight, a story that is new for you at 10. A judge is moving the trial of the man charged with poisoning the Tumors Corner oak trees at Auburn University. A circuit judge issued the order today transferring Harvey Updike's trial from Opelika to Wetumpka in Elmore County. The change came after prosecutors dropped their opposition to a request by Updike's lawyers. The defense cited the difficulty of getting a fair trial near Auburn. The trial is still set to begin April 8th. The trees are all but dead, and the university plans to replace them next month. Also new for you at 10 tonight, 2 former Birmingham College students who admitted to starting fires at 9 churches in 2006 are finishing their federal prison sentences and about to start their state prison sentences. The U.S. Bureau of Prisons says 27-year-old Matthew Cloyd will finish his federal sentence March 22nd. He has already been transferred to a community correction center in Montgomery. 26-year-old Benjamin Mosley will end his sentence May 21st. He remains in federal prison in California. A third student, Russell DeBus, was released from prison last year. A Tuscaloosa man has been charged in an 8-count indictment after escaping from a juvenile detention center in November. 17-year-old Brandon Kyle Evans has been charged with multiple counts of assault, escape, conspiracy, and theft. Authorities say the teen and 2 others escaped the Mount Mex juvenile complex November 17th after a brawl with guards. Evans is being held in the Montgomery County Jail on a $252,000 bond. Well, with your help, the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office has captured nearly 500 suspects. Here's your chance to help investigators find that missing piece of the puzzle in tonight's Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted.
Hello, my name is Ted Sexton, the Sheriff of Tuscaloosa County. We need your help this week in finding more of Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted. Brandon Devon Kirkland. He's wanted on the charge of robbery in the first degree. He's a black male, 22 years of age, 5'10", 132 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last known to be living on 14th Street Northeast in Tuscaloosa. Bradford Compton Adams, wanted on charge of escape in the second degree. He's a white male, 30 years of age, 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, last known to be living on Upper Hulls Road in Tuscaloosa. Arthur Dwayne Turner, wanted on charge of robbery in the second degree. He's a black male, 36 years of age, 5'9", 144 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, and last known to be living on 5th Place East in Tuscaloosa. If you have any information on these as well as others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please call us at 464-8893 or go to our website at www.tcsoal.org. I appreciate the opportunity to serve as your sheriff over the last 22 years, and I hope you continue to work with the Sheriff's Office and other law enforcement agencies to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live.